What's going on, Legionnaires? Welcome to another episode of the Legion of Comic Correction, where we talk all things comic books. We are doing another episode of the Inklings of Boba Fett. Inklings of Boba Fett, man. Episode 2 just came out last week, and we are talking about, yeah, that's right, Inklings. We are talking about what happened because it was an action-packed episode. It was pretty sweet.
Before you do that.
Oh, yeah, right. Good. Thanks for pointing, guys. Like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that bell so you can get notifications on all our latest episodes. Go down into the description below this video. Click on all the links down there. There's links everywhere. They go all kinds of places.
Link it up.
They go to our Patreon where you can get extra content. And they also go to our website, legionofcc.com, where you can get sweet merch. You're wearing the hat. You got the hat on. You're wearing the shirt. You got the shirt on.
Shirt. Classic.
I'm not wearing anything Legion today. I feel left out.
He is wearing pants, don't worry.
They're not Legion pants, though.
Legion pants.
Do we have Legion
No,
pants?
No, but
we
should.
He was just putting
Legion
out there.
sweatpants.
He just wanted
You said
people
I'm
to be
not wearing
aware that
anything.
you had pants on.
Oh,
He
yeah.
just wanted people at home to be aware
That's
Greg
right.
has pants on.
I am wearing
fine.
pants.
Yeah.
This time. So make sure you go and check out that website.
Catch
and
us
pick
next
up,
week with No Pants Greg.
The No Pants episode.
Pick up some sweet merch. Be on the lookout by the end of January. New year, new merch is going to be our first wave of new merchandise coming out on our website. So we'll be putting up socials, blasting that out on all the major platforms.
Merch.
So check it out.
Merch.
Yeah, lots of cool merch. All right, check it out. Book of Boba
I
Fett.
got so much drip.
Yeah. you are too old for that.
Unfortunately, he
Drip,
knows
drip.
that and doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
Don't care.
Doesn't care.
Don't care.
That's what he does best.
I don't care about anything.
All right, episode 2, man. A lot of stuff happened on this episode.
This was so much
All
better
right,
of an
what's
episode.
the
Yeah, it was really good.
what do you got, Logan?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I really like this.
Okay.
I really like this episode.
This is better. It's a better start than last week's episode on the. It was okay. Pretty
No.
good.
There's
Yeah, what do you think? What'd you think?
Yo, so first off, I want to say,
Yeah.
straight up to both of you, perfect call on the 60-40. You guys were like, how much of the episode, when I asked you last week, how much is going to be flashback versus how much is going to be like in the real time? And it was almost
Right.
a straight up 60-40
Right.
split.
We'll
Here's
see
the
if
one
we're
thing.
100% though. We said what,
Yeah,
3
we said
episodes?
3 episodes.
3 episodes of
Is it 7?
flashbacks that included
7 episodes?
no 6. We talked about this last
No,
time.
I think it's 7.
I think it's 7.
Is it 7?
6 was
Oh,
the
okay.
MCU.
Do you want me to look it up?
Yeah, no, wait.
No, don't look it up again. No,
No,
we'll look it up by
I
going
think
back.
It's 8. Is it 8? Because we said 3 and 5, didn't we?
No.
3 and 4. Regardless, we said 3 episodes would be
It's
flashbacks.
not 8. We wanted it to be 8. At most, it's 7.
Right,
At
because
most, it's
Mando
7.
was 7 first season, 8 second season. Yeah, we're hoping that it's 3 episodes. And they're getting pretty close. They're getting pretty close to current day. Like, he's all trained at this point for the most part with the staff.
Yeah, and I mean, they've
And
got him in the
got
outfit
his
that we
staff.
see him, or we meet him
Yeah, with
again
the
with
bandolero.
Mando.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, when they
Yeah.
put all with the cloak, and I loved the
Yeah.
forging of it. It was very reminiscent of, and we're going to the end of the episode as we always do.
Yep.
It's
Perfect.
Very reminiscent of the Jedi crafting their own lightsabers.
Right.
Yes.
He's
Yes.
crafting his own Tusken staff.
So I started there
From
by
the
just
tree.
saying, like, you guys nailed the split, and I'm actually thankful for it. Thing I will say I'm frustrated about, this was a 53-minute episode. I know I'm harping on this all the time.
Well, someone's got to do it.
So I'm not just
Somebody's gotta
upset
put in the
now.
work.
I'm not just upset now
Yeah.
about the end. I'm up in the credits, which was, again, 8 minutes of credits. So now
lot
we're
of
down to
people.
45.
That's a
We're
lot of
down to
people.
45 minutes. And they
Jeez.
do it in every language. And so we're down to 45
That's
minutes
true.
on the
Right, that's
episode.
true.
Here's the other thing. It was 5.5 minutes of a recap on the beginning. There's
Yeah, it
only
was a
been
long
one
recap.
episode. What are we recapping?
The whole
All
episode.
the cool
So
stuff. that
I mean,
happened.
like, all I'm saying is,
cool.
I
Yeah.
turn this on, and I immediately, every time, I always check how long is the episode, because we all, like, when it's really good,
Yeah.
we want
Yeah.
more.
We want it longer.
So
Yeah.
I was like, 53 minutes. Oh my gosh! But then it was 5.5 minutes on the recap. So you're with an 8-minute drop on the end and 5.5 minutes at the beginning. It was a 40-minute episode.
So the episode was
13
almost
minutes.
the episode
Yeah.
was almost the same. It's just it gave you false hope because
Yeah.
it was looked
Yeah,
longer,
so much false hope.
but the
So much false
longer
hope.
the longer was the
And
recap.
I know,
And
it's
the
a
recap
small
was
thing,
good.
but
And it was good. It was good.
it is what it is. But
Yeah.
I really like the dynamic that they're creating now. We've now gotten to meet face to face the mayor. So we knew that there was going to be this blow up
So
with
many
the mayor.
hairs.
Yeah, I know.
He was so furry. Like those kind of those aliens in. Correct me if I'm wrong. They're usually more reptilian, like more.
Wait,
like,
what?
The
I missed
mayor.
that.
The mayor. The mayor.
I forget the name of the species. The ones that scream out the sides of their.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's got the long head
He
that
was
goes
real
up
furry.
and it curls
He
up.
was real, like he had like lots of hairs on him.
Yeah.
It just looked cool.
Unfortunately, I needed to rewatch it. I need to rewatch it, but
Yeah. A lot
I
happened
did not see like close up. I did not watch it at home. So-
The cool
Well,
thing
so
about
it was a
him,
lot of-
he had fur.
So it was a lot of we're not like
No,
fur,
no,
but it
no,
was
no.
just. I think it's because he's old. Like,
They gave him like
older.
scraggles.
So he got like, but it was just super cool. It was very wispy and like,
Yeah.
really
Usually they're like a
interesting dynamic.
sleek reptilian kind of.
yeah, they've got like
Yeah.
that more reptilian skin without.
Right.
you
And
don't
they
get
usually
that
never have
hair.
voice transmitters.
That was the thing I was
Yeah.
going to say.
I loved that.
Oh,
the delay,
great touch.
The delay.
Great touch.
Yeah.
You had like their native tongue, and then it would like delay into
I
whatever the translation.
I'm
was.
just waiting for Boba to kill the liaison. I hate
Oh yeah,
everything
He's gonna
about
die
him.
Eventually.
Well, he's your typical politician. Yeah.
He's playing it perfect.
Oh, yeah, he's
but
great.
I hate the slickness, the smoothness, the like. Oh, you can't do this. Like,
I loved at the beginning.
I do not believe that anyone. I am like furious about this. Has the right respect for Boba Fett. I do not know who anyone thinks they are.
He's just
Everyone is just stepping to Boba, and they must be out of their minds.
But they all say it, right? They see him as is a bounty hunter.
I don't care.
Hired gun.
I
Yeah, he's
hear
a hired
you.
gun.
I
Yeah.
hear you on that.
Well, but
he's
we
the
know
most
that.
dangerous hired gun in the universe.
But we know that. But he's still just a hired gun. He's never been a leader.
No, he was a hired gun. He was the right-hand hired gun of Darth Vader. Everyone knows who he is.
Yeah.
This man walks into a room and you know who he is. And nobody shows him any ounce of respect. And
Yeah.
I do not understand it because everyone is going to die.
Well, I don't think so though. I think he's changed in that he's leading in a different way. I don't think he's going to go and kill everybody.
Bring it up.
No,
There you go.
there's no way. There's no way.
Yeah,
I believe here's one direction I could see this season going.
Sound a lot better.
Thanks. I could see these new mics. I love them, but
getting used to
I'm
them.
still getting used to
Yeah,
it.
we
Sorry.
gotta-
Yeah,
we gotta
it's
get used to
real
it.
tough.
I know. You're
No,
bragging
it
about
has
your
nothing
arm.
about that. He
Okay.
would still have to make sure it's
I
in the
would
right
still be
spot.
struggling and trying to figure that out.
It's true. I was trying to figure it out. I'm over here just trying to mess with it, and I'm like,
It's just,
Just
Mike's
turn
pointed
it.
down one
Just-
click.
Just turn
Yeah.
it. Just turn it a little bit.
I forgot
Here's the
I have
thing.
to observe that.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I would really like if this is the direction that this went, that he
Yeah.
attempted to lead in a different way and then realizes, nah, I'm just gonna
Boba Fett? Yeah.
kill everyone.
Yeah.
I would love for that to be the case. That essentially he goes,
Yeah.
I tried to show you
Right.
all respect. I tried
So
to
that's
be
Respect over
kind
fear.
and lead differently.
Yeah.
And you didn't want it. And now you get Boba.
Yeah.
So that depends on what route they're planning on going. Because
That's
they're-
true.
The
because-
flashbacks.
Yeah, that and because like depending on what route Star Wars is now trying to build Boba into. Are they
Right.
trying to
I
build
know.
him into
I know.
A leadership role,
like
or is
more
it
of a
just
leadership
a,
role
yeah.
or more of a gangster role?
Right.
And they could go either way because
really could.
Clone
They really
Wars
could.
set the foundation for it to go either way. For it to be the leader that kind of stands up for what's
I don't know
right.
if they need to choose, though, to be honest. They could still
Yeah, but if they
just
want him to
have him
be-
play both sides.
Well, but if they want it, depending on how good they want him to be, they can't just have him just go and like give up on the higher road. They have to have him stick by the higher road. And
no,
make
but
it
he
work.
can choose who he chooses the higher road with.
Right, but
So,
they need to
like,
be
what I
careful with that.
mean, I know
That's
that.
yeah.
So let
That'd
me
be
give
tough.
you some examples of what. Let's walk through the beginning of the episode,
Right.
right? So he goes to
The twins.
He goes to see the mayor. The mayor immediately kills the assassin. I thought that was a
Oh, that was great.
dope move.
Arm up.
Yeah.
Boom. Dead.
Dope move.
Yeah.
And he just completely covers his own tracks by killing that guy immediately.
Oh.
There's no opportunity for him to even try and drive a connection to the mayor.
Backtrack a minute.
Yeah.
Love how they pulled a bluff with the Rancor pit. The
Yeah.
Rancors.
Oh,
Not
so
there.
good.
And I was like, oh man, are they really gonna have like already replaced
Fennec?
another
Yeah.
Rancor?
Fennec played that so well, and she just knew that
So
from the
good.
very start.
That would
like
scare
the
him.
robot was
Yeah.
like, "You're never gonna get him to talk," and she
Yeah.
was. What's the name of the assassin group? It's like light. It's like the
it's,
night light
the
or
the
not
night shadows,
night
or the night
something or other.
Yeah.
But
Brotherhood of the Knights.
they
night.
were like
Yeah,
like
something
this
about
ridiculously overhyped.
Right.
Like, she was
Yeah.
like, "It's all a name."
They paid for the name.
and he paid for the name.
It's like the iPhone of
Yeah.
assassins.
Ooh,
Ooh,
yeah, I like that.
Bold
Shots fired.
statement. Shots fired. Shots fired. What do we film on?
That's because of convenience, not because of what we want.
But so that was a good move.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're right. You're not wrong.
It's because we could pull it out of our pockets.
It's very convenient.
It is very
And
convenient.
it's good quality. It
They
is.
go to the mayor. The mayor immediately
kills
turns,
the assassin.
kills the assassin, and turns the whole conversation to, "I know something you don't know,
Mm-hmm.
and you need to go take a look at it." Like, I'm actually,
Right.
we can have a conversation at some point, but you have bigger actually fish to fry.
Right.
And sends them back to the sanctuary
Yeah.
to immediately find out that the
twins are
the
coming!
the cousins,
Yep.
right, of
Of Jabba.
Jabba,
Jabba's cousins.
have now laid claim to his domain.
Yeah, they're new, right? They're new. I don't think
No, they're not new.
Are
Talk,
they in
talk to us,
comics?
Harry. Talk to us.
Or are they
Well,
in
yeah, they're in
books?
comics, but there's a whole Hutt family that
Yeah,
like
give us some
Yeah.
education.
that live
here.
on now Hutta. Obviously.
Well, I remember that in like
But-
the tribes and
Yeah,
Clone
so, like,
Wars,
Clone
but I don't
Wars, they-
remember the twins.
Yeah, they're in there.
Were they really?
Oh, are they?
They should be.
We
Yeah.
see-
I mean, they're not new.
That's
Yeah.
one of the early seasons because I definitely.
Well,
It's like season 4.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're
okay.
in it a
4 or
couple
5.
times, especially when there's what's his name, the bounty hunter. I'm completely Bane.
Cad
Bane.
Bane.
Cad
yeah.
Bane comes in.
Cad
a
Bane,
bunch.
that's season 3.
Dude, if Cad Bane comes in,
No, but Cad Bane's quite a bit. Yeah, if he comes in a real
I would
live
love
action,
to.
there
Oh,
was
man.
Can we
a.
get a live action?
There
Cad
was,
Bane? Holy
live
cow.
action
What was it?
Cad Bane.
It was. Well, that's pretty good. I like that.
That was
Cad Bane.
impressive.
There was,
can you-
there was a photo of. It was somewhere. Maybe it was in I forget where it was. It wasn't in
I
the
don't know
United
how you do that. Well, they could do anything.
They
with
could do it.
Makeup.
It
and
wasn't
stuff.
in the
I don't
United
know how they
States.
do that makeup with all the other
Well,
things
look at the
we
mayor.
saw this
Yeah,
episode.
it's true.
The mayor,
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah, but there
Cad
Impressive.
was,
Bane would be simple compared to that.
there was a picture of. It wasn't in the United States. It was somewhere else, but it was like one of those stand-up replicas of the throne of Boba Fett as a promotional.
Yeah.
Mm.
And there was a picture of Cad Bane like sitting in the throne, and I was like, oh, man, how cool would that be? How
Wow.
cool would that be? And they're bringing other people
I'd be 100%
too.
okay with him going in.
They're bringing in the Hutts, and we'll talk
Yep.
later in the episode. They're bringing the Pike. They were on the Pikes, so
Yeah.
there's a lot. But anyway,
Yeah.
the twins. The twins.
So
Yeah.
the twins.
They're
well,
there.
they're just because I mean
They're not new.
They're
new,
the
but-
gangsters of like
Right.
the Outer Rim. So like that's how the now the Hutts work is like when someone dies in the family, it comes within the family, someone steps up, takes claim of it.
Do they already
right.
have a claim anywhere though?
I don't-
Do we know if they have a planet that
I'm
they
sure they
actually-
do.
Yeah,
All right.
They're kind of like it's like Dune, how they have like I
Governors.
think
Like
Dune.
governors
There's a
over
couple
it.
planets right that they can rule over.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, what I didn't understand.
Typically,
was
it's just
why-
one. That's why I'm
Oh,
kind
really?
of in Dune. Like, but
Right.
I'm
Well,
wondering if
but
there's
I think in the Hutts,
I thought some. I
in the
thought some
Hutts-
didn't though.
in the
just one.
Hutts though.
the Emperor, but the Emperor is over.
What about
everyone?
so the main character?
Atreides?
Yeah.
No, he
Yeah,
well,
so they-
I mean, he
the
left
fife-
Caladan.
The Fife, which is what they call it, is first over Caladan, and then it gets transferred
To Arrakis.
to Arrakis. And
Arrakis.
no, come on,
My bad.
But the Harkonnens originally had it over Arrakis.
So there's only
So there's a
One
difference
planet.
between there's a home world,
Usually.
Caladan, and the Fife is Arrakis, right? So,
Well, no, but then they they don't even have Caladan.
oh, they gave up Caladan. Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
they give it up.
Anyway,
Anyway.
I think the Hutts normally only have one planet too, but because they're the closest,
Sometimes.
they're the closest in relation to Jabba. They then
Is
get
that
his
essentially
claim.
why?
that's why they're there.
well, it's
They're
not
the
necessarily.
cousins.
Well,
Okay.
the thing is too. Well, now Hutta is technically run by the Hutts, the whole planet.
Right. That's
But Tatooine isn't run by the Hutts. They have a certain amount of towns. It's
Right.
like I don't know, like just a gangster within New York who has a
Right,
cousin
right.
who's in like Chicago,
Right,
or
right,
like
okay.
something like that.
Yeah.
It's like it's like they are the big bad in that territory.
Well,
there
with
may be
Tatooine-
rivalries like the Spike or the Pikes,
The
not the
Pikes,
Spice,
yeah,
but
yeah.
Sure.
they run the
But
Spice.
They're running the spice trade.
There's the belief that there's essentially like if you run certain areas, you run the whole planet.
Yeah,
like,
you don't mess
if
with them.
you
That's for
control
sure.
Mos Eisley,
Right.
like you control the planet, like that's essentially idea.
Right.
Right. So this is Mos
I was
Espa.
gonna say this is Mos Espa.
Yeah.
This is
bigger
Mos
one.
Espa, but I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I mean, like
Mos Espa is more of like a
depending on the planet.
populated
Right.
Yeah.
establishment or town.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and it seems to indicate that Jabba's position was kind of over the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
he's the
definitely.
main mobster on the planet.
Right.
Definitely.
Everybody had to come and pay tribute.
Yeah, but regardless, the
Right.
twins come to
So they
to
tried
settle,
to lay claim.
Pretty
claim
much,
of the
yeah.
family.
It's kind of like I don't know. I'm trying to think of something. It's like if you were like the backup quarterback that like, you know, the team has respect for you and you respect them,
Mhm.
and then like the person that they drafted for some reason because the first string quarterback got shot or something, and like they
All
brought in
lining up,
some other guy.
all lining
or
up.
Yeah.
choked by a slave with
It's
a
true.
chain and a
Yep.
metal bikini, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
'Cause
absolutely.
That sometimes happens in
That
football.
sometimes
Yeah,
happens.
it
in
happens
football.
every
Yeah.
so often, every
So-
leap year Super Bowl.
The cousins come in,
Yeah,
or the twins
The
come
twins
in.
come in, yeah.
and they square up again.
Yeah.
With Boba.
Now that makes sense because the Hutts are feared throughout the
True.
galaxy.
Right.
Like,
And which
I
is
could
they're
see
they're
them
there on their
more than the
lighter.
Mayors.
They're lighter, which
I love them. Getting
nobody
carried.
else like Boba. They were like everybody this whole time is like, oh, we didn't see your
Yeah,
your
Boba-
lighter.
Boba's like, I walk
Boba's
like
walks
everybody.
among the people, which
I love that.
I love it.
Love it.
But they do come on the lighter. I don't know how. What was it? 8 guys are carrying.
More than
It was
that.
more than that. It was
Yeah,
like
it's-
16. It
It
was like
doesn't matter.
4 rows of 4.
Doesn't matter. Not enough. Not enough
enough.
people. There's
No.
no way they're carrying 2 of them.
Well, most of them were aliens, so maybe they're
I
stronger
don't
than,
know, man.
than
I
humans.
really did not think it was enough.
it's a different planet
I don't
too.
even know
Mass
how
could be
that
different on the
board
planet.
is holding them. To be
True.
honest,
It was
but
bending if you looked at it a little
right in
bit.
the middle. Right in the
No,
middle.
It was made
Yeah.
of vibranium.
Right. Yep. Sure. Same universe.
Well, it could be now.
But then, so
What if?
in
Oh,
the
no.
square up, Boba doesn't back down.
of course, I love the setup of the shot
Oh
from
yeah.
from
Bottom
Boba.
foot,
It's like
got-
bottom
yeah.
up to Boba, and then it's Boba and
Mhm.
Fennec and his bodyguards, and they're like
Mhm.
this perfect symmetry,
Yeah.
and they're framed by the sanctuary behind them and everything. It just looked super cool
Oh,
and
yeah, it was
very
dope.
like Western
yeah.
standoff. Yeah, I
Yeah.
loved it, man. It
Well,
was
the
so
problem I had with
good.
the problem I had with the twins is that, as far as I remember, I don't remember exactly. I know in the Clone Wars they had it, and I forget his name, but Jabba had a son.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Why didn't
Yeah.
he take
Sure.
over?
We have no
Yeah,
idea where he
didn't-
is.
He didn't.
I mean, I
die
guess
in
there's a
Clone Wars,
hierarchy
right?
within the family, maybe because
Yeah,
of
they're
age.
older.
But at that point, he would be somewhat. I know, like
we haven't
Hutts
seen a live
can be
action
old.
son though.
They're not like Yoda species old or anything
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah,
but they
they're
can be
older.
old,
They can.
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
couple hundred years old.
Oh
But,
no,
like,
we did.
Did we see a live?
No,
action
no, no, no.
show?
Hold on. Phantom Menace. Phantom Menace. Doesn't
No.
he have his son with him?
no.
No.
No,
That's
it's
too
his
early.
wife.
It's in Clone Wars.
It's his wife. Dang it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a
That
Clone
is
Wars.
too
We
early.
haven't seen the live action.
Dang,
Yeah, I don't,
we haven't seen a live action son, so there's no
yeah,
way.
I don't know.
I don't even know if that's. I
Twins
know
are
we
maybe-
know he has a son in Clone
Wow,
Wars.
Clone
but
Wars is canon, so
I know it's
Yeah.
canon, but with them, where is
why
his son?
why wouldn't he be there?
Why
yeah, I
wouldn't
don't know.
he be there? Why wouldn't he
And
take
it could
over?
be as easy as he was killed and nobody really cares because
Right.
he was
Sure.
never really developed in anything.
Oh yeah, I mean
And the twins are cool.
clearly.
I like the twins as being a cool.
It's an interesting. It's
like
interesting
the
with
the
them.
two of them.
But what's more interesting?
Their hired gun.
is their
right?
hired gun.
Their hired gun is sick. When he walked out onto the screen, I was like, you know what? And I'm not.
Harry Chapin.
I'm
There he
not-
is, right there. There
I'm
he
not-
is.
Black croissant.
I'm not. I'm not a big Star Wars like comic book like I'm not as much into the lore as in that, but I do remember seeing images of this character in the comic books
This guy looks
and being like, oh, that's super sick.
insane,
And then when he walked out, man, he
Yeah.
looks like he's right off the page. So there's a character.
phenomenal.
It's ridiculous. His name is spelled Krrsantan. I wrote it on the
Easily
table
pronounceable.
so that I could remember. It's like Chrysantan, Black Chrysantan. He's a Wookiee gladiator.
Black
Yeah.
croissant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Black
Wookiee,
Chrysanthemum?
a Wookiee bounty hunter.
Well, yeah, but the Boba Fett calls him the gladiator.
Oh, right.
Which
And
I think
so
is sick.
the
A
funny
Wookiee
thing,
we don't see Wookiees outside of like the Kashyyyk battle
Right.
and like.
Yep.
Well, he
Yeah.
was straight up
and
stolen.
Chewie. Right.
That's how.
But
yeah.
like, but
Tell
what
me,
I'm
what?
saying is,
what?
we don't.
he was
see,
stolen off.
Tell me
Kashyyyk.
more about this.
Yeah,
I
right.
forget
to
who
be-
it was,
to be
but it may have
trained.
been a Hut. Honestly, it's been so long.
He in the comics he worked for Jabba
Right.
and Jabba
Really?
and Jabba's family, which is cool
Yeah.
because they're keeping it in the family,
Family.
here.
Okay.
It's all
Family
about-
ties.
all about family.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well,
Well, you know what they said.
We almost
It's harder
made
to
it.
be part of a family than run. What was it?
I don't know, but it's all about family.
But there was a. I'm looking it up. The, quote, the family quote from.
There
Boba.
was a family, but yeah. But anyway, yeah, he was stolen and trained and raised to be a killer.
Oh my gosh. that's
And he
amazing.
works with a scientist in the comics, who's a young
This
young
story
lady.
keeps on getting
She's
better.
she's a young lady scientist, and she works directly with Vader.
What?
In the comics, and so there's talks that maybe she's coming in and kind of aged up a bit, because it's later on, a little bit later on,
Okay.
from the comics run. But who knows? But he's here, and he came in as a live action version, and we get to see it. And man, it's just it's so good.
How did you pronounce that again?
Black Chrysanthemum.
Yeah, and the funny thing is,
Yeah.
nobody, including the creator, knows how to pronounce the name. So I just read an article that the co-creator, yeah. So his actual tweet, because everybody was all up in arms trying to figure out like how do you pronounce
this? They don't say it in the episode. But as soon as people saw it, they went online and
Kieran-
they searched for Wookiee gladiator, Wookiee bounty hunter. Everybody found this name and wanted to know how to say it.
So Kieran Gillen,
Okay.
he is the co-creator of the character. And
Yeah.
he tweeted and he said, "People have been asking me how to pronounce Black Chrysanthemum. I have no idea and would love to find out."
He just they wrote a character and they were like, this looks like a Star Wars name.
No, what they did is, I feel like at some point after reading so much sci-fi at this point,
Yeah.
that I believe
Bunch of letters in a can.
Yeah, exactly,
And just toss it.
exactly. And then they throw them out.
Scrabble,
And then whatever comes
pentagrams.
out is the name they write. There
Yeah.
are so many names, and I don't blame them.
Well-
there are so many names that authors have to come
Yeah.
up with
And
for
if you
so
write
many
it-
characters.
If you write it in a book, then it's up to the reader's interpretation how it
Just to
sounds.
figure it out. I mean,
Like,
when
who
we
cares?
read, when we
With
when we
Dune,
talked
that's what we
about
talked about
Dune,
Dune. Yeah.
yeah, we
Go
said
into the movies. We were like,
going to the movies. Can't wait to see
How wrong we are.
all these names that I've been mispronouncing for years.
you were
are
pretty
actually,
good.
I was pretty on.
you were pretty on.
I-
I mispronounced like
I,
everything.
I had been trying to
I
figure it out for a
mispronounced
long
Duke.
time. That was embarrassing. But this is,
His
in
name's
all
not
seriousness,
Duque
this
Leto?
guy.
I thought he was the Duque of Caladan.
Duque.
No, but Black
this is
Chrysanthemum
ridiculous. This is too many
sick.
R's next to each other with
KRR.
a silent K. Like, I don't know.
No, I think the K is pronounced. A K is the only letter pronounced. It's just
Do you think
Black
so?
K tan. Black K-tan.
K-Tan.
K-tan. That's how it's pronounced.
So he looks
Hopefully
amazing.
they say it in this series and we find out how to say it. And it can be
But
canon.
like I said, at that point, we basically get back to the flashbacks, and we get to pick up where we left off with
Yo,
his training.
These flashbacks were on point. They were
I am
so good.
They are
this
so
episode.
much. They're so much better this episode.
The classic train heist
Yes.
and
Yes.
the stealing the enemy's horses,
Right.
like taking their speeder bikes and
Exactly.
training them how to ride and how to jump and how to man, I'm telling you that black cloaked Tuscan,
Mm-hmm.
right? He's wearing like a hood.
Time out. I'm going to pause you right there.
Yeah.
I'm going to pause you right there. Read another article.
Yeah, it's played by a woman.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
the character is a woman.
Interesting. So they have come out and said that this
At least in this
Tuscan
article.
is female.
At least in this article.
Because there are characters that are played by females just because they need to be a certain level of flexibility and agility and whatever.
Well, this character is clearly meant to be the greatest warrior of the group. There's no doubt in our minds on that. Especially
picks up the speeder bike real quick.
Yep.
Like when they're flying, I mean, this character is almost better than Boba at like maneuvering around the train and jumping.
Yeah. So here's the theory.
Super cool.
Here's the theory that stands out there.
Okay.
Okay. Is I don't know the actress's name, but there was an actress that was highlighted in the trailer. She has shortcut hair and actually has a electronic mechanical arm.
In real life or in the show?
No,
Oh, she could have like a prosthetic that's kind of mechanical.
no, like
In the show?
In the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
so
cool. That's cool too.
there supposedly there was not much. She looked sick in the trailer, so everybody was like, "Who the heck is this?" And
I don't remember that.
basically,
I'll go back
the
and look.
description for her was this like brash, unsophisticated, like unruly character that had very little shared about her background or anything along those lines.
So
there
they're
is some
thinking that could be
suspicion
the Tusken.
that she is the Tusken,
Huh.
and at some point we are going to get her brought back in outside of the robes. That potentially at some point in the flashback, we actually see her take off the helmet or take off the goggles, and we see who
So
she
she's
is.
not actually Tusken though. So it's
But she's
still
not
that
actually
she's not
Tusken.
She's somebody else.
Yeah, just kind of like him, where
Yeah.
like
Well,
she's
she was
brought in
Yeah.
in a
Okay.
very similar way, earn their respect, earn their trust,
I still
and
hope
learn
she's
their
Sith.
ways.
I hope she's a Jedi.
I don't think so. I
know,
honestly don't think it's going to
now
be
that
her.
that's that. I hope. I'm assuming it's.
I
not,
don't
but
think I still
stinks, though.
I
That'd be
like
cool.
I like our theory from last time with the Sith being somehow involved here, but I don't think it's
Yeah.
her. I think, and I
Somebody
don't
else.
think it's this Tusken Raider, whether that's a female
Right,
or not a
female
female
male.
or
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Well-
it's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out. I honestly think there's going to be there's got to be more of a reason why I feel like he leaves than just he's going after his armor.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll find out.
I could be completely wrong, but
Well,
he's been accepted now
Yes.
as a part of this tribe and
Yes.
has even taught them how to lead, not
Yes.
just lead in the sense of like survive, but actually thrive out in the desert
Right, and own the
and
desert.
bring more of the clans and the tribes together. And
Well, that seems to be the hope because he asks about.
I'm
the
really
tribes.
interested more in that. I also was like, I don't know about you guys, but when they did the ceremony where Boba is accepted,
when he
No,
carves
no,
her,
no,
when they
no.
dress him,
no, not even then. When
He has a
when they do
hallucination?
the dance,
when they dance around.
no, the
Yeah.
dance was like
I bet you he incorporated.
I was like shocked.
Remember that? Remember in Mandalorian,
Yeah,
Tamara Morrison incorporated some of the Maori dance in his fight style.
Right.
yeah.
I bet
Yeah.
you. I definitely. I
I
feel like
would
I saw
love
some
to know.
New
inspiration
Zealander
in that in the
rugby.
dance.
Dance or whatever it is.
I want to
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
and Harry, maybe you can give us more of an answer on this, but like.
I'm still trying to find the quote about family, dude.
I hear you. I hear you. We're talking over here. I hear you just like typing.
Dude, it's
Like,
like
man, he's looking and looking and looking and
This
looking.
is deep in the
gone.
bowels of the
It was
Pentagon.
in there.
you
We'll
know?
find it. We'll find it. We'll post
So
about it on
here's
social
my
this
here's my
week.
thing. So the Tusken Raiders
Yeah.
before this, I want to say before even getting into the Book of Boba.
Yeah.
Right. They were really mysterious. Like we don't
Right.
we knew
Yeah, we didn't know
very
very much
little
at all
about
about
them. And all they were, I mean, like the scariest that they've ever been was probably in A New Hope when essentially
Yep.
And then he knocks Luke out.
and Obi is like you don't mess with these guys. Yeah.
Obi walks up like waving his arms around
Yep.
like
they
Yeah.
travel single file,
Yeah.
so they
Well,
cover
he-
those.
and they did that.
Yeah,
when
they did
He
do that.
scares
Yeah.
the heck out of you when he talks about them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they're
but
spooky.
but we know nothing more at that point. Like, why do they look the way they look? Why do they like what?
Yeah,
like
is that
what
just
has
protection
happened
from the sands?
What has happened for them to
So like
be
originally,
where they're
those
at?
Right.
people, the Tusken Raiders,
Because
were
wait,
like,
I want to say
Yeah.
they are essentially Fremen. They stole that. That is 100%
the desert people.
stolen
Pretty much,
from
yeah.
Dune.
Yeah,
There's
and we've talked about this before that George Lucas admitted to taking
I
a
know
lot of his big
that, but
stuff.
when we got to like
From-
what he was actually talking
Right.
about in this episode of like uniting the other tribes and everything,
Yeah.
and like owning the desert, like they are warriors of the desert. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. I mean, there's not much because once again, Disney does what Disney does, and like,
Sure.
so canon pre-Disney was, as far as I know, and if you guys know of anything different than I do, go ahead and put it in the comics. Drop it in the comics.
Drop it in the comics.
Yeah, they were a species in and of themselves originally, and they dressed like that and covered themselves and used like a breathing respirator kind of thing because they couldn't handle the
To
atmosphere
survive in the desert.
and the sun and everything in the Tatooine desert,
Makes sense.
which makes sense, right? But then
What do they look
kind
like?
of got like, well,
What
I don't
do
know
they
if
look like underneath?
honestly, I've never seen a picture. I've never really read anything about this. This is just what I've been, I guess, told or just read articles on and stuff like that. But now it's canon that they're pretty much so, I don't know what the right word would be, not like mixed bred or like, anything, but so accepting to a point after like the tribulations they put you through, whatever, the ringer, that they accept pretty much anyone. So I was a little surprised in this that like he necessarily didn't get the full face thing.
I was waiting for that. I
Yeah,
was
wearing-
honestly, I was expecting
Well,
them
he's
to like give him
scarier
a
without
full.
It's true. But then you wouldn't know it's like Boba Fett, right?
Well, they could have done that.
Yeah.
Had in Mandalorian, they had already set up with that.
Right.
But they couldn't do that now because they needed to match the outfit
Right.
that he essentially met Mando in. They couldn't throw a mask and
Yeah, but
apparatus over him.
They had Book of Boba Fett planned and in the process of writing during Mando season 2.
Oh, I'm not saying they didn't have
Like,
it
so-
planned, but what I'm saying is they
Yeah.
made the intentional choice
they
to
did
not
that.
put that on
Yeah,
him.
it was always the
So they had to
plan
match
not
it
do
to
that.
it.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying, like, I was half
Yeah, no.
expecting from that same idea that, like, all of the Sand people, despite the fact that they are dressed the same way, which I viewed at this point as like this is a survival mechanism. We
Right.
dress in this garb.
Right.
We use this
It's like a Darth
face-
Vader suit. Yeah.
Like this is survival out in the desert, similar to, Dune,
Yep.
a still suit, but similar to that. Like this is what we
Yeah.
do out here to survive.
Right.
Which is why I then half expected Boba to be receiving that exact same thing, the face mask
Right.
and
'Cause, I mean,
everything
he's torn up.
to
but-
it,
Right,
which
right,
would
right,
then, like, at some point, they reveal and they are all different species, which I thought would have been really cool. Maybe they'll still do that. I
think
don't know.
They're still going to do that, I think.
Yeah,
because
okay.
that's
Something
that's
similar.
what they're saying is now canon. That now at least they are like that. That's who they are. And so
So they're more of a tradition than an actual
correct.
people.
Yeah. They're more of a ethnicity or kind of,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Or yeah, I
a
guess
culture.
tradition.
Tradition.
cultural,
Culture.
Yeah.
cultural,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
not ethnicity. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, if that
Yeah.
answers your question, but
That would be really
back when I was reading books and stuff like that, in the old libraries,
in the old
Back in the old
Yeah.
Jedi temple.
exactly.
yes,
Looking at the
yes.
The
holocrons,
records.
they were their own, like they were their own.
But that would also
ethnicity.
explain.
It
That would
wasn't
also
just a
explain
culture.
why the chieftain looks so much different
Right,
than
and
all of the others.
If you looked at every other movie besides
Right.
this show, yeah, it is a show, I guess, yeah.
yeah,
They all look the same.
exactly the same.
Yeah.
They're all in the
Exactly
same
the
garb,
Different
the same
sizes,
like when
there's
Luke kills
different-
all of them,
Mhm.
the kids, the females, the males, they all, or not Luke,
Anakin.
Anakin.
Yeah.
When he kills them,
Yeah,
they all look the same.
exactly.
Just the kids
the
are
same.
smaller.
Exactly the same.
But this
Yeah.
one, these guys,
these guys here.
these guys,
They've got their
are
own,
different.
little, their own little unique.
Yeah, which is fine. You know what? I'm fine with
pieces.
that.
Yeah, it's
I'm fine
cool.
But
with it.
that
That's
also
whatever.
could be. That also could be, just to go on this a little bit more, because I'm so interested by it. Like, it could be why they are a different tribe than
Yeah.
others.
They could be like the
Right.
so like Mandalorians, the
Right.
Mandalorians of Mandalore.
Yeah.
They say they're different than the Mandalorians that like what do you call it? What's his name?
Mando.
Yeah, but
Din Djarin.
Din Djarin.
Din Djarin.
Yeah.
Din Djarin and
Big
Jango
dog.
Fett and
Yeah.
all those other ones.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
so
Yeah, there's different factions within
Right.
Mandalore.
well, there's
Right.
different
Of
factions within
Mandalorians.
Mandalorians, and then there's also just
Right.
completely different because technically the what they would consider the traditional Mandalorians, which are the the bounty hunters and the
Yep.
warlords.
Right,
Yeah.
they're radicals.
They're the radicals, but they're how the original Mandalorians were.
Right.
But then the people wanted peace, and they compromised their peace for tradition.
Right.
So
Right.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm really interested to find out more in these flashbacks. If we find out more about the Tusken Raiders, about their culture,
And I
about
think-
their background.
I think
and
we
everything.
will, since they purposefully titled this episode and set up the idea that there are more tribes, and
Right,
that there's.
right.
I think they're going to become a real asset to Boba
yeah,
as Boba tries to rule
Oh yeah.
in the city. Like they're gonna
Oh,
come
he's
to
learning.
his aid and
He's
stuff.
learning how to be part of
Yeah.
a group that's bigger than himself.
Well,
Right.
yeah,
and where
the-
he's going to help
Oh,
rule
yeah.
rule the whole planet instead of just this city of,
Yeah.
of luxury. He's going to have a hand over.
I mean, I
the
don't know
whole
if you
planet.
got. I was deep in my research over here. Did you guys talk about the carving and everything? And
only
Not yet.
to a certain extent.
Let's do the so there's really 2 points left of this episode to go through. Let's start with the Pikes and the train.
Yeah, go ahead.
The train, and then we'll end with his ceremony,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is like the carving of his
and the
Staff.
hallucination
Tusken
and all
staff.
that.
And the nose lizard.
Yeah, the nose lizard.
Oh man, it was gross. That's not how I saw that going.
No, not at all.
But so the train.
Isn't that how we are handling like initiation into Legion? Nose lizards.
That's what that was.
Yeah, I sent a
I
nose
thought
lizard.
that
I took a
was-
nose lizard.
That was just. I thought that was just for fun.
I just
Super.
popped it right up
Just
there.
used that.
Super cool, man.
Mine's still in.
I do that every week. Mine's still in.
I'm
You're
still
supposed
on
to-
my journey.
I'm
You're
on
not
my.
to-
I am. I am. I'm still on my journey.
You're
I
not
haven't
supposed to
found my
leave those
stick
in
yet.
for more than 24 hours.
I haven't found my stick yet.
Oh,
It's all right.
Well, to each their own.
Let's
So
talk about
the-
these Pikes.
The train takeover. We find out the aliens on the train are another well-known species in the Star Wars lore, especially
Yeah.
in Clone Wars, became
Yeah.
very big. Had to do with Darth Maul.
Mm-hmm.
The Pikes, who are the traders of spice, the spice runners, or the spice lords of the galaxy.
Spice.
Listen, we know there's no apologizing for anymore.
It's just
George Lucas
become,
has taken it.
It's just.
said he had.
I have to say, it's just become more
Just
and
more
more,
and more
evident.
relevant.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's become more, and like as we dig in more and more, I actually have less and less respect for how much was
But
stolen.
this isn't new if you've read, like, it's been out there.
I
This
know.
isn't
I know.
something new. But anyway,
Right.
the
Being used more.
the Pikes, it's just being used more in mainstream.
Exactly.
It's becoming more light.
right,
Coming to
exactly,
light.
Yeah, yeah.
more trendy to be a part of it. But the Pikes, they're ruthless. I mean, they're
Mhm.
horrible creatures, and they work very closely with the Red Dawn. Is that what is that what Darth Maul's group is
Mhm.
called? I couldn't remember if it was Red Dawn
Red
or Red
Dawn.
Faction.
No, not the Red Dawn.
No, what is it? Crimson
No,
Dawn.
Crimson.
Crimson Dawn.
Crimson Dawn.
Crimson
because
Dawn.
the Red Dawn.
is the movie.
Red Dawn is the movie.
That was remade with Chris Hemsworth.
Wolverine.
Yes. Well, the Crimson Dawn. So this gives us
Yeah.
another attachment to Darth Maul, and the hope maybe that
Yeah.
Darth Maul's fate in Rebels might be seen live action in Ewan McGregor's.
Hopefully redeemed.
And
'cause
better?
it's
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And better?
Kind of, man.
So, well, the fact of the matter is, we've got Obi-Wan series coming out soon.
I love
And-
Confirmed.
How cool would it be
I
if we saw
love
more Darth Maul stuff?
Darth Maul.
He's
I
the
love
coolest.
Darth Maul.
He's
we,
just
we
like,
got him at the end of
he's
my
Solo
man just
so
wants to
awesome.
find the answers.
He's
He's
just
just trying so
he's
hard.
so awesome.
Yeah, he's super
And here's
cool.
the thing, I remember us having a conversation before
Yeah,
about
about Darth
like,
Maul.
do we need more Darth Maul?
Every day, all day long.
Always.
Yeah.
My answer is always. Darth Maul needs to.
Dude,
Do
he
we
has-
need oxygen?
I actually want Darth Maul to come back, take over, and lead us in
Yeah.
to the new Empire. I want him. I
Unfortunately,
want
he
him
gets
to be
killed
in
by
charge.
Obi-Wan on
Now,
Tatooine.
are we
Again.
sure?
Again.
Are we sure this
Yes.
time?
Actually, the slice,
remember
the slice was less like
remember before?
impactful than the one before. That's for
Remember
sure, but,
before?
he.
I do
Well,
remember
I mean,
before.
You
So
sure?
the lack of no pretty way to put this, the lack of violence in the fight scene between Obi-Wan
I
and
know.
Darth Maul
Yeah.
Yeah,
they made it up with the dialogue.
No, I know. I'm just
No,
saying.
it wasn't a bad end to Darth Maul.
No.
I just hope that they.
Is he dead?
Yeah, he's dead in this one, but I just hope that it would be cool to see Ewan McGregor get to do it.
Yeah, again.
Like, get to actually do it.
He's still here.
Nice.
Well,
Well, he's
a
on.
part of
It
the-
happens on Tatooine, and
Yes,
so
it does.
this could, the Pikes are a good way to kind of bring him in again.
one of the
I wanna
best
see
memes
that.
I think for like the Clone Wars comes out of Darth Maul. It's like whenever
Oh, no, wait, he's dead at this point. Boba takes place after the original 3, so he's dead. Never
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna be.
Oh
Boba.
yeah, he's dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
No,
so he's
um,
not going to come in this, but he
no,
could
he's
come in the
not.
Obi-Wan series, and this could
No,
just be
he's
tying
not.
back. Well, the Obi-Wan series is the right time.
He's alive.
Wait,
The Obi-Wan
Obi-Wan's dead by now.
Yes, but the Obi-Wan series takes place between Episode 3 and Episode 4.
Real
yeah, 3 and
quick.
4, yeah.
Yeah,
Real quick.
which is the time period for Darth Maul.
Gotta be clear about something.
No one's ever dead
No one's ever dead.
except for Darth Maul.
And especially once Disney has it. Once Disney has it,
Yeah,
you're
but
alive
If
forever.
you can make
You can't
money
make Obi-Wan-
on it,
You're alive forever.
you
with
can't make
Disney.
Obi-Wan, but well, they did try to bring they've been Qui-Gon or whatever with at the end of Episode 3. He's like, Yoda says something to him.
yeah, well, he came
Yeah.
back. I mean, but that was cool because then
They're
tied
gonna do that. I'm
in.
sure they're gonna do that in the new Obi-Wan series.
Well, they
Oh,
tied
they
that
don't,
in.
they're
Oh,
idiots.
yeah.
Yeah, because they tied in
You don't
Clone Wars,
capitalize
right? You
on
can-
bringing my
you can
Liam
talk with him.
Neeson's back? Yeah.
Liam Neeson's.
Liam Neeson.
So what were you saying about
Oh,
the
yeah.
Pikes and Crimson Dawn and
No, I was just saying that. Well, the thing I was just trying to say was that the meme with Darth Maul saying like, unfortunately, history won't see it that way. When he's
Yes.
like, I think he's trying to fight Ahsoka at that point, and
Yeah.
like he's pretty much just like telling her you're gonna die, and everyone's gonna say that I was right. So, but it didn't work out that way.
yeah, well, I still like him.
But no, I was very surprised that they
still
showed they showed the Pikes like face. You really don't ever get
yeah,
to
they
see
took
that.
off their
Yeah.
mask.
They're
That
like
was weird.
fish
Yeah.
looking, which is kind of surprising. but
I liked it though. I thought it
No, it
was
was a good
cool
movie.
I feel
to
like
see them in
just the
person.
go-to like scapegoat like alien.
The Pikes.
It's just a
No.
a fish
Oh,
aliens and-
amphibious looking
amphibious.
creature. It's
Yeah,
like
make
come
it-
on.
Well-
Make it look like
Like the
something that's on the bottom of the
are like
ocean.
the Transdoshans are those
Yeah.
like Bosk. He's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
reptile.
Yeah,
like
it's either
If
it's
you
either-
make it look
I
like
get it,
something on
but-
the
Well,
bottom. Well,
it's
here's
always
the thing.
about it's
Do
always
you
about
know
animals.
how many of like freaking fish or beings
Yeah,
are
we
on the
don't-
bottom
we
of
don't
the
know.
ocean?
Yeah.
Look horrific. Have you looked at some of that in real life? I'm not talking
Yeah, they're just
on
aliens.
Tatooine. They look like straight up aliens.
Yeah.
Especially the ones that have like the freaking glow thing and like the
Yeah.
giant
the
fangs.
giant teeth.
That's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not science fiction. Like if that
Have you
put that
personally
thing-
observed it?
If you put that thing
Yeah, I've only
on
ever
that-
seen pictures.
on a body and that's a head, that's the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And then you give it lightsabers.
Yeah, give it a lightsabers.
Lightsabers.
Holy cow.
Lightsabers everywhere. Well,
Its teeth
so
are
the-
lightsabers.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So the Pikes are brought in, and they're kind of given, the business end
a bit
of
of a
Boba Fett.
talking to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's
I
the
liked it.
thing.
Oh, tiny.
That's the thing. That has happened.
Tiny,
So that's happened before the modern day stuff. And nobody is
Yeah.
like, that's the same dude? And nobody is afraid of him?
They
Yeah.
might be afraid of him, but there's not fear when they have numbers like that. Like they're just. I think
What numbers?
the mayor has all those guards around him, and he can just kill like this. They don't fear because they haven't been shown that they need to yet.
I guess.
So
but like,
which goes
they
to your
need
point
to
of he's
fear,
gonna. Yeah,
They don't. Yeah, I guess it's like
Yeah, they just don't know
even
yet.
fear what they don't know.
right. Because he's just
Yeah.
At
a,
this
he's
point,
just a bounty
it's
hunter.
just
to
they.
them.
Well, yeah, and I mean, all they've seen so far is Fennec and the two pigs.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we already know the third little pig got eaten by the big bad wolf. So,
Good one.
thanks, dad joke.
That was the first time I've used that
Yeah, I was
tonight.
gonna say.
Yeah.
We've had nothing but talking.
Yeah.
all day.
In all seriousness, I feel
It's all
like you're
been is
exactly
seriousness.
right. If there's an opportunity where he is able to demonstrate the power that he has with
Yeah, then they'll be
the
afraid.
Tusken Raiders,
Yeah.
then you should fear. This man has the power of the people of the desert behind him.
Yeah.
Fear everything.
So, fun little Easter egg that I read about.
Okay.
I didn't catch it, but I read about it in a book
In a book.
on the
Read a book.
on the computer book. No,
It's in a book.
The
Reading
Rainbow. Geordi LaForge.
I can go anywhere.
I don't remember.
I think
It's
it
in a
goes
book.
back to that.
It's
Reading Rainbow.
Demonetized.
Butterflies in the sky.
I can fly twice as high.
No, okay. So the place that he steals the speeder bikes from
Okay.
is Tashi Station.
Oh.
The place that Luke is like, I want to go to Tashi Station. Right?
Station.
And the couple that's in there that are like, the guy's like, this isn't right, and he stands
Yeah.
up to the Pikes like
Yeah.
warriors or whatever. They're Luke's friends. So in a deleted scene of A New Hope, he talks about them and mentions them both.
So now
by
they're
name.
grown up.
Right. Mentions them both by name.
Wow.
The guy, I believe it's the guy that's not mentioned by name in Book of Boba Fett, but the woman is, and it matches the name of the woman who's the friend, and they would
That's
hang out
cool.
at Tashi
Deep
Station.
dive.
So it's just it's just it's stuff like that though that we
Baby.
that we're like, man,
baby.
John Favreau and everybody who's doing this, they're so
Doing
good,
some work.
man. They're so
they're
good.
doing their due
All right,
diligence.
wrap it up with
Yeah, we're
his
on
staff
like
ceremony.
52 minutes. Right
Whatever.
now.
For real? Oh no, the first 6 minutes was
Yeah, so we're at
remember.
44 minutes.
Still,
Okay.
long.
It's still,
Still a
long.
long episode.
Still almost as long as the episode.
Still a long
Crafting,
episode.
crafting the staff.
Some would say the best part.
It was super
great.
cool.
It was great. Yeah.
Well, at first I was like, you know what? I could get down with him just whittling it, and then I realized, oh, they're putting like armor clad on top of it.
yeah,
It's like that's pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
it was sick
And
as
he
hell.
picked his own branch off the sacred tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
It was very
I've heard that.
Black
I've
Panther
not personally
going to the sacred
have
plane.
had this happen to me, but like I've heard that hallucinogenic drugs oftentimes, like
Interesting.
a lot of people envision trees at some point.
Oh yeah.
I've heard that when you shove lizards up your nose,
Yeah.
you just start seeing trees.
there
man.
needs
Not
to
that
be-
I
You
have
just
personally
start
experienced
seeing
this,
trees.
but
Somebody needs a
when you shove a
disclaimer here.
gecko up your
Somebody
nose.
needs a disclaimer here to
Don't-
be able to say, like, don't shove lizards up your
Yes,
nose.
don't do that.
Yeah,
Like, don't do
please.
it.
Don't do it.
Like somebody
These are
needs-
professional
they didn't-
nose lizard shovers.
They didn't do that. They didn't do that.
Don't
in
try this at home.
Somebody somewhere
This
at like
was a professional CGI
is
lizard.
shoving lizards up their
No,
nose.
Yeah,
no, he
don't do
trained shoving lizards up his nose.
For
Oh,
sure.
man. That was gross.
He's tough as
So unless
nails.
you're a New Zealander, don't try this at home.
Tough as nails,
Even
tough as nose.
Even if you're a New Zealander, please don't shove a lizard.
Don't
Okay, if
shove
you're
a
Boba
lizard.
Fett,
Those
you're allowed
lizards.
to do it.
Tamara Morrison continues.
Tamara
shoving lizards
Morrison
up your nose.
He's the
Nobody else.
toughest son of a gun.
Yo, that was gross.
Yeah,
That was real gross.
did
but it was
not
cool.
see that coming.
It's real cool.
It
yeah.
was cool, yeah.
I thought it was gonna bite him.
I just thought it was it was just a ceremonial
I was like,
gift.
No, I
honestly,
thought it was gonna
at
bite
first I was like, please don't let it be his little friend on his like shoulder or something.
Oh yeah, I was half
Because they're like, oh, he's gonna go with you everywhere.
It like
Yeah.
comes out his armor. It's like,
Yeah,
hey Boba, why don't you
guy. Don't kill that guy.
why don't you
Yeah.
rule with respect, Boba?
yeah.
Yeah.
Respect them.
It's like-
don't make them fear you.
Fennec's like, Boba, why are we doing this with respect? Because my lizard told me to.
the lizard.
And she's
The
like,
lizard
what?
told me to.
She's like, I'm gonna kill that lizard.
Yeah, Fennec would get that
Step
lizard
on it.
real quick.
Step on it. Well, but it was cool, and we talked about
Yeah.
the beginning of the episode. It's very reminiscent of when a Jedi crafts their own lightsaber.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it was
Yes.
legit. I thought it was pretty sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was all for it. It was
Yeah, and he is scary, man. Tamara Morrison is a
Tamara
scary dude.
Morrison. I said
Do you
that
think he has
from the, I
veneers?
said that
Think he what?
I think he has veneers.
probably,
Maybe.
but he's had him. But he's had him
Yeah,
for
yeah,
years
yeah.
then because he's had
They're
had,
like
yeah.
Yeah.
pristine, pearly white.
Well, but if you look
Yeah,
at
man.
if you look at
takes good care of him.
Iron Man.
Steve Harvey.
No, well, yeah.
Oh.
No, but if you look at
Where is this going?
episode 2, like if you look at
Yeah.
back in that he had those teeth then,
Same
too.
teeth.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Same
know.
teeth.
I think he
Yep.
just has really big
My
choppers.
grandmother, she had dentures since she was 16.
Huh? Yeah, maybe.
She had them from
You know
getting pneumonia like 4 times, and the medicine like melted her teeth pretty much.
Oh.
Wolf.
So at like 16, she
Holy
had
cow.
yeah.
I
Yeah, it's
would-
crazy.
I
That's
wouldn't
scary.
I wouldn't doubt.
Don't get pneumonia.
Well, it's from the
Well-
medicine back then in like the 1940s.
Don't get pneumonia anyway.
Yeah, that's actually another disclaimer. Don't get pneumonia.
Kids, don't get pneumonia. It's not as fun as it looks.
You could lose your teeth.
I wouldn't doubt that Tamara Morrison probably just is so tough that he's just had all his teeth knocked out, and he's replaced them with
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised.
Steel.
teeth.
Steel.
They were probably
Yeah.
steel
Or
or
ivory.
vibranium.
Ivory.
Straight up ivory.
Ivory's illegal.
Straight up ivory.
That's
Well,
illegal.
it's a mudhorn.
Mudhorn ivory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's totally legal.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's totally fine. They're
Plenty
not
On that
Mudhorn.
planet,
They're not endangered.
whatever.
Not at all.
Man, good episode. Can't wait
Yeah,
for the next one.
great.
Can't wait to see what's
Man,
next.
The Inklings of Boba Fett, man.
Inklings.
Inklings.
Thanks for listening to the Legion of Comic Correction. Don't forget to check out our other episodes streaming everywhere you listen to podcasts. We're also on the major social platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Just search Legion of Comic Correction.
That's right. And make sure to check out our Patreon for exclusive supporter specials at patreon.com/Legion of CC. New episodes come out every week. We'll see you guys next week, same time, same place, same Legion.